Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Today we're going to do a friendship reading between Karina and Giselle. A friendship reading is usually what I do to figure out their dynamics, how they get along, and all of those things. So to start off this reading, let's take out one card that will represent the connection that they have. We have music with the keyword joy. So this already kind of shows that Karina and Giselle have the type of relationship where they get along. Either they have very similar music tastes or they respect each other's music tastes. Seems like they both really enjoy to talk about their job, or they really enjoy to talk about what they're doing as a group. Here it kind of shows that they either really enjoy practicing together, maybe singing, rapping, or dancing. They really enjoy spending their time like that. I have a feeling that they really like to talk about the music taste that they have, or the music that they're listening to at the present moment, or music that they're looking forward to. So it definitely feels like music is a topic that they like to talk about constantly and a lot, because it brings them both a lot of happiness. Now let's take out one card to represent Karina in this relationship. Eight of Cups reverse. And then one card to represent Giselle. The Emperor. So the card that represents Karina in this relationship is the Eight of Cups reversed. So this kind of shows that Karina is someone that's very persistent, someone that likes to stay loyal to whatever path she chooses. This could also mean that she's also someone that finds it kind of difficult to deviate from whatever it is that she already chooses. So if she is committed to something for a certain path, even if she doesn't feel emotionally satisfied by it anymore, she still stays because of the commitment that's in there. So this kind of shows that in this relationship, Karina is someone that's very loyal, committed, and someone that will stick through thick and thin, even if she's not super satisfied with the relationship, what's going on, or the situation itself. Now with Giselle, we have the Emperor, so this is Aries energy. Again, I've always mentioned this. Giselle has a very forward energy, very fiery. Like, if she had a very strong Mars, Scorpio, or Aries energy, something along those lines. Someone that is very straightforward, someone that is a risk taker, someone that is an initiator. So to me, this Emperor does a very good job of representing Giselle just in general. But I guess in this relationship, it kind of shows that Giselle is the type of person that doesn't mind being the first one thrown into the unknown. She doesn't mind being the one that is opening the doors for other people. And I don't mean that literally. I mean that as a metaphor of, like, if there's an opportunity, she'll be the first one that is like, oh, you guys are afraid of opening this opportunity or this door? Don't worry, I'll do it for you guys. Boom, opens the door. So this Emperor energy shows that she is super confident, not only in herself as a person, but she's very confident with her actions. She is aware or knows that whatever action she takes, it will lead her down a good path or something along those lines, right? So again, with this Emperor, it shows that she feels like a leader. She, in this relationship, she's probably the one initiating a lot of, like, new things. She is someone that takes action towards stuff, and by stuff I mean like anything new that they want to do, maybe new experiences or adventures or stuff along those lines. But let's take out one card to see how does Karina see Giselle. We have the High Priestess. Nice. So right off the bat, Karina sees Giselle as someone that's very intuitive and someone that is in tune with their emotions as well. I'll take only one card. So how does Giselle see Karina? We have the Ace of Swords. And on the other hand, Giselle sees Karina as someone that hesitates a lot, especially with her words. So that could mean that Karina, it might be someone that finds it very difficult to communicate what she's thinking or to voice her thoughts and ideas. She could also be someone that hesitates a lot, either because she doesn't want to say the wrong thing, or she is afraid of starting arguments or trouble or something. Like, there's something that holds Karina back. She could also be someone that doesn't really know what words to use or how to communicate her ideas and her thoughts. Or again, Giselle could see Karina as someone that keeps a lot to herself. Oh, you know what I noticed? You know how Karina sees Giselle as someone that is very intuitive with this high priestess? This kind of shows that the way that they see each other is that there might be times that Karina says something but keeps a lot to herself, and those things that she doesn't say is something that Giselle can like pick up. Like she picks up on the silence and what is not being told or what is not said. Giselle is able to kind of like pick up those pieces and be like, oh, Karina didn't say everything she was thinking, or did not say everything she meant, or there's still more to what she said, right? So I do feel that in a way, Karina feels like Giselle is able to see these steps that she herself can't like put into words. So there might be a chance that they have a very intuitive way of communicating with each other as well. One that is very helpful because it's kind of like whatever Karina cannot put into words, Giselle is able to just understand and be like, oh, I know what you mean. I know what you're trying to say, or I understand where you're coming from, or something along those lines. So there's a mutual understanding of sorts that they both have. Now let's see. So the next question is, how do they like to spend their time together? We have electricity with the keyword wildness. So this shows that the way that they like to spend their time together is either by just following their passion. So it's like one day they wake up and they want to check out like the new store in town, they just go for it. They want to go dance and get, just get wild and kind of like allow their bodies to do whatever it is that they want. They go for it. Maybe extreme sports, running, going cycling, or to a roller coaster, like something that gives them this inspiration, something that fills them with a lot of energy, right? With electricity, I do feel that they like to hang out together and do like very active activities. So again, dancing, maybe even running, or just going outside to explore something new. Maybe go to the latest store, check out the latest items that came out on the store or something. Like they like to hang out and check like the latest things or the newest things in town, which inspires them a lot. And also they like to keep their body pretty active and moving. So I guess they like to spend their time together, maybe even going to the gym. So let's go on to the next question. It is, what does Karina like about Giselle? We have the Three of Swords reversed. That's pretty sweet, actually. And what does Giselle like about Karina? I just want one card. Look, this page of wands came out again. The Three of Swords reverse kind of shows that Karina sees, or what she likes about Giselle is that Giselle is not one to dwell too much on pain or hurtful experiences. Giselle kind of just picks herself back up, right? Like if there's ever an obstacle or she ever sad or feels bad about something, she just picks herself right back up. She's like, I don't know, she bounces back pretty quickly, right? And I think Karina really likes how Giselle just kind of is always moving forward and overcoming obstacles and doesn't dwell too much on things that don't work or things that bring her pain. But I don't think with this Three of Swords reverse, it kind of shows that Giselle is not the type of person she's not doing this as a form of avoidance as much as it is like she kind of makes a conscious choice to not allow negativity to bring her down, right? So it's kind of like she acknowledges and honors that there's heartache and there's pain in her life, but still she kind of makes a conscious decision to make sure it doesn't get to her. And it's like, you know what, I'm gonna bring myself back up, I'm gonna stay positive and just push forward, right? That's kind of like the mentality that I'm seeing here with this Three of Swords. And I think Karina really admires how Giselle kind of pumps herself back up and says, I'm not going to allow this pain to overwhelm me and keep me tied to this present moment that is not satisfying, it's not happy, right? So I do feel like this kind of shows that, again, she bounces back very quickly, and that's what Karina likes. On the other hand, this Page of Wands shows that the thing that Giselle likes about Karina is like this young, childlike wonder that Karina has. So with the Page of Wands, we have someone that is inspired, someone that's motivated, someone that is fired up with these new ideas and exploring and going on adventures to these new places and new situations. So With pages, we're talking about very young energy. We're talking even about new beginnings. And with wands energy, we are talking about taking action towards something. So pages is supposed to symbolize like an idea. So this is like an idea of an action that can be taken. That's why it talks about inspiration, motivation, something that drives you towards starting something new, right? So this page of wands kind of shows that what Giselle likes about Karina is probably like Karina is constantly thinking, oh, there's this new thing in town. Let's try this new activity. Or I've always wanted to do this. Want to tag along and go for it. So I do feel that the one that may be kind of introducing all of these new activities that they can both engage in is usually by Karina. And Giselle just kind of tags along like, yeah, let's just go for it. Again, she is someone that just, I mean, with this emperor energy, she's someone that just goes forward into the unknown and see where it takes her. Now, let's go to the next question, which is, what has Karina learned from Giselle? We have the Four of Pentacles. Oh, that is so sweet, so cute. I think I just like the Teddy Tarot, and that's why. What has Giselle learned from Karina? You have the Eight of Pentacles. So the thing that Karina has learned from Giselle is how to stick to her morals, to her ground. Usually the Four of Pentacles is not seen in a very good light. It's usually seen as someone that is so stuck in their ways that they don't move even if their life is in danger. But in this case, I'm seeing it actually as the opposite, because it felt like something very positive when I saw the Four of Pentacles. To me, it kind of felt like the thing that Karina has learned from Giselle is how to stick to her values, to her principles, how to not walk away from challenges and difficult situations in her life, and actually just kind of stays loyal to what she loves and tries to protect it, and something along those lines, like holding tight to what she cares for and just fight through a disastrous environment. So I guess the other thing that Karina has learned from Giselle is how to have this ability to not allow the outside environment to get to you. You know those times when either it could be your friends, your family, or just the world seems like a shit show to the point that it starts affecting you, like, damn, there's really nothing good to look forward to. Everything's just fucked up. So in this case, this Four of Pentacles kind of shows that one thing that Karina has learned from Giselle is to not allow that external energy to get to her and bring her down, and instead just kind of stay grounded with what she treasures, what she loves, and to protect that and kind of allow that to ground her when times get very difficult. On the other hand, what Giselle has learned from Karina is how to pay attention to details with this Eight of Pentacles, how to be a hard worker, how to perfect her skills, how to practice in such a way that she can improve on her skills as well, and just how to be a hard worker in general. So I guess in a way, Giselle also really admires how much of a hard worker Karina is and how much effort she puts in making sure that all of her projects, all of her skills are well polished and well taken care of. I think the other thing that Giselle may have learned from Karina is how a lot of effort, energy, and time that you put into something will pay off with positive results. So this Eight of Pentacles could also mean that Giselle has learned how to be more of a hard worker and also the benefits from doing those things. And maybe she has also, with the Eight of Pentacles, you can talk about a student or a teacher. So I guess this kind of also shows that Giselle has just in general learned about a bunch of things related to their career, to their finances, to their health. Like Giselle has just learned about a bunch of things in regards to those things that I just mentioned, because Pentacles energy does talk about career, health, financial, economical, material possessions as well. So those could have been some of the other things that she has just in general learned from Karina. I mean, Karina is a bit older, so maybe that's why. But let's go on to the most interesting question here. Oh, card just already fell. This card is representing why did Karina and Giselle meet. So we have magnetism with the keyword attraction. So the reason that they met is that they both have very similar energies, right? You have Karina with the energy of someone that wants to try all of these new things and is very excited to just experience life. And on the other hand, you have Giselle, who is kind of like an initiator, right? It's like, you want to try this new idea? Let's just go for it. Let's just do it. Let's see where it takes us. So in a way, it's kind of like Karina and Giselle are like partners in crime, in a sense of Karina plans out like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, and Giselle just kind of tags along and goes like, then let's go for it. Let's just do it. Let's see where it takes us, what we learn from it, and what we experience. You know, life is an adventure. We should live in the present. We should live in the now. Let's just go for it, right? So I have a feeling that this magnetism card shows that they're both very complementary to each other's energy, and they're both similar enough that they were naturally just attracted to each other, because it's kind of like they see themselves reflected on the other in such a way that they actually feel understood, and they, in a way, help each other in their shortcomings to just continue growing in life and seeing as much as they can from life as well. I also feel that they're both very good at manifesting when they're together. And when I mean manifesting in this case, I mean making their dreams come true, in the sense of checking things out of their bucket list. So I do feel that they're both very good at just hanging out together and, again, going on adventures in life. I did feel that they do like to do a lot of extreme sport. You know what I noticed? This card is number 36 and this card is number 37. So it's kind of like the next stage or the next logical step. It kind of shows that they both are able to attract a lot of things into their life, and one of the reasons they met was to continue being abundant. So to continue opening new opportunities and paths for themselves, and just be able to venture into these new experiences, into these foreign lands, new perspectives, and just broadening their mind and their perspective on life, because they're just experiencing things that they've never done before. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I started this reading off by saying that this was a request, but actually I got the wrong person. It was not Karina and Giselle, but I still did it because I was like, I already have the cards, so I might as well go for it. But I also wanted to mention that Giselle is an energy, as I mentioned with the Emperor, that is very straightforward. She's like a risk taker. Like every time I do something new for aespa, Giselle is like the first one that jumps out. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm like super connected to Giselle. So every time I'm doing something for them, the first name that pops out of my mind is Giselle for whatever reason. Even though my favorite is Winter. Anywho, I think that's why instead of doing the request, it was supposed to be Karina and Ning Ning, I ended up doing Karina and Giselle for whatever reason. Like, I even wrote it on my schedule, like on my calendar. And I think that's just a very subconscious thing. Something like this similarly happened when I was doing Winter's individual reading for the first time. If it wasn't for all the actual Winter photo cards that I had in front of me, I wouldn't have been able to get Giselle out of my head. Her energy is very present. Like, it's so subconsciously attached to mine for whatever reason. But yeah, I think that day I uploaded Giselle's individual reading, and that same day that I uploaded it, I ended up recording Winter's individual reading. So I thought it was because of that, but seeing how like a year later or so, it still kind of happens. I just put Giselle for whatever reason. Who knows why that happens, but I hope you guys like that reading. I hope you find even this ending talk interesting and enjoyable. I think that's just kind of like a fun talk, I guess, or a fun observation to make, I guess. But yeah, I hope you guys like this reading. I hope you guys enjoy it. I will see you in the next one, whenever that is, however that is, and I will actually jump into the requested video after this. So regardless, I'll see you guys in the next one, whenever that is, however that is. Love and healing from my part to you. Thank you so much for watching.